Hey! Hey there! Today I'm going to show you my Ancient Knight build. When I looked at this weapon, I immediately thought of it as being Serena's main weapon. And after doing the math and testing this weapon, I can say that it surely is. What's more surprising is that a lot of people are underestimating this weapon's capabilities, because it can certainly do this.
Do not fall. I will not allow you. Reloading. I shall not fall like this.
It's also a lot more consistent because you don't even need to hit the head in order for you to defeat the Void Erosion boss. Plus, it performs way better during the second phase as well. You're welcome, console players and people who have a bad aim like me. The way this weapon works is that when in the air, you get a bonus effective range for this weapon. You also have a chance to recover 2% of your HP at a 10% chance. When you trigger a multi-hit when on air, you get a bonus 7.7 multiplier to your multi-hit damage. And the way it's calculated is simply adding 0.077 per stack to your multi-hit damage base before any modules and other modifiers. So at 10 stacks, with Serena's buff, you are able to reach this much multi-hit chance and damage. This is literally a bonus of 519% to your damage. And again, multi-hit triggers Serena's Redemption's Judgment buff as well. Now personally, I will only be using this weapon on bosses in Void Erosion, because I already have Restored Relic for mobbing, and I can add this weapon as a potential Ice Maiden killer when she comes out. But you can certainly kill bosses with this, even when using a different attribute like what you see here. I was using the wrong attribute here, and was also using the wrong inversion, while also using Overwhelm instead of Ultra Precision Strike. That's a lot of damage losses, but I was still able to kill the boss relatively easy. And I bet if you switch this to Toxic attribute, you can kill this boss as fast as Python and the Last Dagger. If you plan to use this weapon outside bossing and Void Erosion, switch Firing Fiesta with Expand Weapon Charge or keep it. The damage difference between the Last Dagger and this weapon against the Void Erosion boss is not that much. But what's making Ancient Knight better is its consistency. Again, you don't need to hit weak points. It has better performance on the second phase even when you keep moving around. The Last Dagger can sometimes cost this, especially when you have a bad aim because you need to hit the weak points. This can also be difficult for console players, so I won't be surprised if we start seeing this weapon on Void Erosion, because personally, I am going with this now, until I find a weapon that could beat it. For Serena build, you can still use my Quality of Life build as before, but I am using this build for this run. You might wonder why duration. You will see how useful it is in the showcase later. You might also wonder why range. You need range to increase the radius of your Judgment buff explosion. This is especially useful when you get an RNG spawn where mobs are further apart. For Inversion, it's gonna be the same. But for Arche tuning, we are going to be using this. This is a lot better than going Shield Route, because Shield Route will only just give you 1% modifier on your Judgment buff. Going Affinity bonus is a lot better because Ancient Knight is a pierce weapon. This tuning can also be applied using the Last Dagger, but only against enemies weak to pierce. That's it for this one, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!